What's good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and what you should be looking out for next week. I'm also going to do some in-depth technical analysis and address something very important. So many technical indicators are suggesting that we may have a bit of a pullback for a day or two next week, and I just want to inform you guys that if Neo has a red day for 1 or 2 days, it's nothing to be worried about whatsoever. You should not be scared. You should not panic, because I believe it's going to bounce right back and run to the absolute moon despite that for the short term. Now, before I do talk about this, before I talk about where I see the share price going for next week, what the data is suggesting, I do have to mention a couple of very important things first. The first thing is I'm not a financial planner, so please don't take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to get a free Neo share. So if you want a free Neo share, check out the link down below. It also gives you access to the Hong Kong exchange, which allows you to trade Neo on that exchange and access other stocks that you cannot find. So it's a very great opportunity, and it has a limited time. So this only lasts for March. So please check out the offer. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So anyways, guys, looking at Neo, we were up over 10% on Friday, looking very strong. Now, here's the thing about Neo. And I have to warn you guys about something that's very important. Right now, I see this thing ascending. It's starting this upward trend. This means that it's going to start going up and up and up and up, and eventually we're going to see it in the high 20s and the 30s relatively soon. It may take a few weeks though, but I do see it coming. Now, when it comes to this thing running to the upside, not every day is going to be green. I do believe that there are going to be some red days. Maybe even next week we may see a red day or two. So I just want to prepare you guys for that. So let me first address that. But like I said before, nothing to be worried about. We're going to quickly bounce back. But why on earth am I saying that? So for Neo, I'm looking at daily candles. We're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 really good, solid green days in a row. Now, one of them was like up 0.37%, but the other days were up like 4%, 5%, 10%, 25%. It's insane. But here's the thing. Let's go back a little bit. Check out the SPY, right? Check out the SPY. You're going to notice it's very similar. It has these 4 green days in a row. And if you look at the 2 hour, I think the 2 hour gives you a better idea. Almost everything is green. There's loads and loads and loads of green, and you guys could see it's forming this ascending wedge, kind of like this. I can actually draw it out for you guys. It's not going to be perfect. I'm doing this in real time and really fast. I know it's not going to be perfect, but you guys can see it's forming this ascending wedge. So when stocks typically do this, it's often an indicator that they may end up actually seeing a bit of a pullback before they continue or change course. So what I expect to be happening is I think it's very probable that the SPY might drop a little bit. We might see a bit of a pullback by maybe, I don't know, $10, $15. So we could go to the 430 to maybe even 420 range just for a short period of time. But then we're going to quickly bounce back in a couple of days, run right back up, and then continue on this big, big, big run. So it's that saying, that quote, the dip before the rip. That's what I'm talking about. I do think it's possible. It's something that you guys should be aware of. It's probably going to look like this, right? That slight drop. I don't know if it's going to happen on Monday. That's the problem. It's a little bit hard to tell since we're running so dramatically. We could continue up until like Monday or Tuesday, and then during the later days of the week, that's when we may start descending just for, I don't know, a day or two. It might just be kind of minor, not too bad, before we slowly but surely start to rip right back up like that. So what does this mean for Neo and other plays out there? Well, let's go back. For Neo, they have their earnings sometime next week. So I don't think this is going to affect Neo that badly. So that's the reason why I believe that this thing could keep running maybe on Monday. I'm not sure if Monday is going to be the day we pull back. I do think it's going to come sometime. We could have a slight pullback. We might run up a little bit and then see a slight pullback for just a temporary amount of time. Then we're going to run just like this, continue like this off support, And when they have their earnings, boom, we start to run up and up and up, and then we continue an upward trend just like this. So going into next week, I would not be surprised if we see a move kind of like this, and then going into next week, we should be hitting that high $20 range, like I said. But I'm just trying to prepare you guys. You could look at this from a white coffee accumulation schematic perspective. Like we have phase A, phase B is right here, phase C is that drop. Then we're hitting that reversal, which puts us into phase D. And then phase E is coming soon. So we have the spring. We're going to see maybe the test before we start running. But even if that doesn't happen, because there's not a guarantee since we have earnings coming out, there's not a guarantee we're even going to drop that hard. It might just be a slight pullback by like $2 or $1.50, and then we'll just continue running from there, right? It still looks really good. And the question is, why am I saying this now? Why am I so bullish? We could see this based off many technical indicators and also the data I'm going to show you in a second. Look at the MACD. If we flip with the 9-day moving average, we have so many green histograms, so much bullish volume, right? It's right here. The bullish volume is right here. Actually, I can actually bring up the volume for you guys. Shoot, 1 second. That's what I was talking about. Look at all this bullish volume. It's just overwhelming the bears. The bulls are gaining control. And then we're seeing the RSI, it's starting to pick up, showing lots of strength. Some could argue that's kind of overbought. Even if that's the case and we pull back a little, I don't see it being too bad. I see a big reversal, kind of like this. It's still looking really, really good. And then here's the big part. Here's the last thing I want to show you. Check this out right here. This is the short volume percentage. Now, I know this is not clear, but look at who had control over this stock for the last, 4 months. The majority of the short volume percentage was in favor of the shorts. People with short positions, betting this thing would go down. We're seeing 40%, 50, 50, 53. Recently, it was at 53%. That was like the day after the 14th when we hit our low from the past like 12 months. That just shows people with short positions, people betting that this thing would go down. They were in control for a very long time. And I'm starting to see a big shift. It's switching places. They're getting exhausted. The algorithms are flipping. And this thing is starting its big run. It's been waiting for so long. Now, short volume is not the same thing as short interest. It also has high short interest. So the shorts that have been betting against this thing, they're going to start covering soon. And I do see this thing being part of this big squeeze event that's going to transcend itself in many small to mid cap stocks, the IWM, and all over the place. So I do see NEO seeing some very, very bullish price action in the near term future. I'm still extremely bullish. So to end the video, let me summarize this. I'm very bullish. I think earnings is going to be, fantastic. I also think that there may be a slight pullback if there is one, and there probably is going to be one. I'm not sure how low it'll take us. It's a little bit hard to decide since we've been running this hard. Even if it drops a little hard, even if it drops $2, $3, nothing to be scared of, because I see it reversing very, very quickly and running right back to the upside because I'm so bullish. So anyways, the bulls are gaining control. I'm very excited, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Neo to the moon, and peace out.